highways that connect, and you can zoom to your destination. But before, you had to map out little tiny paths to get where you were going because there was no direct route. And the invention of highways made it direct routes to destinations. Before there were direct routes, it took many hours to get where you were going. So we had a car, and it might be not the exact same model. I thought ours was a little more square. But what happened, my aunt and uncle would sit in the front seat, and the back seat is a little skinny seat. It's not big like it is today. And four of us would sit across, and we would have snacks, and we would make up all kind of games and songs, and we used to call it the humpback ride. And the reason we did that is because the roads were bumpy. And so when the car went round, you know, you would be bumping along like that, and we would laugh and say, it's a humpback ride. I mean, it's just because we were silly children and everything. But all of these things do remind me so much of my past and how it was. And I actually, this is the kind of car we drove in.
You guys have any questions?
How did your uncle or dad buy or get that car?
They're the same way people do today. You buy things, they save up. And the one thing, they would keep cars for many, many, many years. They didn't buy and they didn't keep buying. If you had a car, you kept it for at least 10 to 15 or 20 years. You know, that's what they do in Cuba now. They keep their car for many, many years. They didn't buy cars often. But yeah, that's how it looked.
Sister Lois, was your family ever pulled over? And how did that experience?
Yes and no. Yes and no. My aunt and uncle were sharecroppers. They couldn't read or write. We didn't know that as children because they wanted us to think they could read. And they were very afraid of white people because white people mistreated them very bad. So when they came north and we would drive on the roads, one time my uncle got older and he couldn't hear that well. And he was driving and we got pulled over. But it became very funny. We were all scared. But my uncle couldn't hear good. So the man said, all right, get out of the car. My uncle said, huh? What you say? And the police said, get out of the car, get out of the car. He said, what you saying? What you saying? I can't hear you. And this went out. And we were in the back all huddled together, scared and everything. But at the same time, we were kind of sneaking a laugh because we were saying, he can't even be mean to my uncle because my uncle can't hear them. And finally, the man said, gone. And when we got home and we explained to my uncle, he just laughed and laughed. And so it became a joke. It's a small joke that you all might not understand. But for all of us, we were in tears laughing because he couldn't say anything to my uncle because my uncle was older. And he kept on saying, can't hear you. What'd you say? And he didn't feel like being bothered. He said, gone.